What's up guys, I'm De'Aaron Fox and I'm here with BR Kicks to unbox my Curry Fox 1s. Having a signature shoe, especially with a company like this, it's surreal. It was fun, but going through the process, you didn't really feel it until you put them on or until you saw like college kids had one and had some players that have played in them in the league. So that's when it really started to feel real, and you're just extremely blessed and thankful for this process. The first page of sketches that I saw was probably like 40, 50 different sketches. And he's like, just pick 5, 6, 7 different ones that you like. And I couldn't tell you what the first sketch looked like from seeing the shoe already, but I can tell you it didn't look like this. You feel the creativity of the people that are working on the shoe. Just going through that process is fun and super interesting. Like I took art in middle school and I couldn't draw a flower. So seeing him draw a shoe and then mix shoes together and see the end product is amazing. It's Happy Fox Day and Happy Fox Day alts are really a play off of each other. It comes from a movie that I love. One's the protagonist, one's the antagonist. These are the first ones that came out. My last name being Fox lets you play with a lot of things. So we did like little hairs on the tongue. You see how other people's logos look. And I didn't really want my initials to be it. Like what if I at some point ever switch numbers or something like that? And obviously you can still tell that it could be the bottom of a 5 or it could be a D. And then you also see the fox in there. And then we put a little foxtail at the end of the strap. And then the flow is just, the product is amazing. I mean, that was a big reason why I ended up signing with Curry Brand. From playing in his shoes when I was unsigned to loving the shoe, playing in it most of the year and in the playoffs. Loving the product was one of the big reasons why I wanted to come with the company. So it was just a bunch of different things that we could play off of. I think it came out well, and I think a lot of people loved it. So these are actually my favorite out of the two because my favorite color is green. So being able to have different colored greens in there was super dope to me. And the strap on both of these also are little details in the movie that certain character has on their outfit. So these aren't, nothing about these two shoes are random at all. So the beam, obviously Sacramento fans love these the most, just from having that purple and having that sense of pride for the city of Sacramento is something that I felt like was definitely necessary for me to put out there, especially one that everybody can get their hands on, because a lot of times when you're a fan of a team, you want something that matches that team. I think people have loved them. Benzitos is a taco truck that we have in Sacramento. We do a Halloween party every year. We had 3 or 4 different companies that would come to the house, and everyone just lined up for the tacos. So the last 2 years, we're like, all right, well, we're only gonna have the taco truck here. And if you can see on the strap, you can see the Benzitos name, you can see the logo just all throughout, and then even on the back heel. It's been dope, man. I mean, you ask anybody who's had the tacos in Sacramento, and everybody pretty much loves them. So we wanted to do a colorway that was inspired by that. Probably my favorite ones right now, especially because of the meaning behind them. And they go off of his name, Rain Rose. So you see like the rose details in the strap on the back heel. These definitely have a special meaning, and I love the way that these came out. And hopefully when he's older, we'll keep a fresh pair, my size, mom's size, his size. Obviously he doesn't know what's going on. And Rain actually being able to have his own shoe, these are the most special ones for me. Yeah. Pretty self-explanatory. You know, I went to Kentucky and everything here is inspired by that. But I don't remember if they still have the checkered on the side of the shorts, but once they did that design, they kept the design for like years. So obviously they loved it. So I pretty much wanted to have that on my shoe as well. So you see that on the strap as well. You also see it on the back heel. I feel like you always see when people do a flooded colorway, they always do pretty well. So even if somebody doesn't play for Kentucky, but if you play for a blue school, it pretty much fits as well. Yeah. And then the gamer, funny enough, I play on PC now, but growing up, I was always PlayStation. I never played an Xbox. I played Halo probably twice and I hated it because I wasn't used to playing on Xbox. So this is inspired by the PlayStation, by the PlayStation controller. Like I played video games my entire life, and for the most part, it was always a PlayStation. So, and even when I started playing on PC, I was using a PlayStation controller. So I mean, this one's also special to me because it just allows you to, alleviate stress, even though if you ask my wife, she would say it probably makes me a little more stressful when I'm playing the game. A lot of people who play sports also play video games at the same time because you wanna, when you step away from your sport, you just wanna kind of get your mind off of those things. And plus I think the colorway came out pretty dope, so I think people will like it. So these are special PE. This one is for my daughter, Poppy. It's a play on her name, Poppy, and there's California poppies all over the shoe. And just the detail that I think has gone into the shoe is simply amazing. Even going into the lining of the shoe. Once we had the name, we're like, oh, it's gonna be a dope shoe. We didn't name her because of the shoe, but we were like, it's gonna be a dope shoe. And I think the detail in this one, like, probably far exceeds the other ones. Even though those are extremely detailed as well, But I love the way that this color came out, kind of like the Benzitos. It's a close color to it. But just what we did with the strap and the inside of the shoe, I didn't know how it would come out. And then I saw Rain's shoe, and I'm like, oh yeah, Poppy's is gonna be fire. Even if you don't know my daughter's name, if you like flowers, this is a shoe for you. You see a lot of people going towards like running shoes, dad shoes, those type of things. And I wanted to make sure that my shoe was more like a running shoe, you know, super low top. I've seen people lift weights in them. I've seen people go on runs in them. And that was kind of the focus that I wanted to have, because everybody doesn't play basketball. I want people who can't even shoot a ball to still look at this shoe like, oh, I like the way it looks and I can do other things in them. Just being able to see them on court, especially on the NBA floor, like I think that's like the ultimate goal. Having that sense of comfort of wearing my shoe, allow people to feel like they're as comfortable as they can be and they're the best athlete that they can be while they're on the court. I would love to be able to get everybody these shoes because I think that they would truly appreciate one and that they would love the product. My favorite right now, I gotta say the Reigns, but then my next favorite is the Happy Fox Day alts. So like these came out on my birthday, these will come out on Rain's birthday, but this is my favorite color, but Rain's my favorite. But if there was like no meaning behind any of them, the Happy Fox Day alts are definitely my favorite.
But if we're talking about like what it means to you, it's gotta be the Reigns.
What it means to me then is definitely these right here, by far.
Any dream collabs for you that you want to work with?
Dream collab, probably be Sonic, I would say. One, I remember playing the games when I was young, but being able to play off of all of the characters, then you get a black and red, you get another blue, you get a yellow. Especially with little kids, I think they love those type of collaborations because they're gonna have a favorite character in Sonic, which will probably end up being their favorite color, and that'd be their favorite shoe. So that's something that we definitely wanna do. Just being able to see people with the shoe on, like, it puts a smile on my face. The past 2 years, I love where we've been. Thank y'all for tuning in to BR Kicks. Make sure you go get a pair of Fox Ones.